referee's name again? Justin Trodu.
Cheers, guys. We'd like to welcome you all here today. Just waiting for the refs to come over. Just want to take this opportunity to remind you that we have refreshments at the bar. Cash-ish. And we'll now have the Dominican national anthem. Thank you very much, guys. Now for the TCI national anthem. Okay, guys,
Hello and welcome to this year's edition of Dominican Republic versus Turks and Caicos national team. It's a glorious sunny day here at Meridian Field, windy, so kicking is going to be a lot of fun. Just had the team's national anthems going off, and DR are coming here looking for a win. They previously lost their last encounter, in fact the only encounter with TCI last year, 25-15. So they're going to be looking to make amends for that. They've got a big side out today, as you can see behind me. Some big boys out there, so it's going to be interesting. So this is an international tag talk, effectively, and my co-host is joining us here, Bobby, fresh from announcing.
Hi, how are you?
How's the anthems? All good?
Yeah, really good. The boys look pumped.
Yeah.
There's some big boys out on the field today. We've seen them warming up.
Yeah, I was just
saying. The DR guys are fueled after our last encounter.
What animal would you compare them to if you're going to choose one?
Rhino. Rhino.
Yeah, check out these guys.
We've watched them warming up all morning, and they're going to bring it today.
Yeah.
TCI boys better know what's up. They better turn up.
Yeah.
Last time we won 24-15.
25-15.
And
yeah,
that was a tough encounter, but this is going to cost some bodies today. So fingers crossed for a good game. Hopefully everyone at home's watching. We'll hopefully bring you
some
all the news
people watching in the DR who just heard the news.
Yep.
Lots of people watching. So I'll just run through the Dominican Republic team as it stands. We've got Rafael Cifuentes as number 1. He's the prop. In number 2 we have Cesar Maria. Number 4 we have Yohendi Martinez. Number 5 Jefferson Jimenez. Number 6 Rafael Dominguez. Luis Carpio is number 7. Number 8 is Wilvin Lopez. There's a lot of Lopez's. Number 9 is Luis Alvarez. Number 10 Eddie Abreu. Number 11, Eric Arias. Number 12, Ulysses Cavalier. That is a cool name.
It is a very cool name.
Number 13, Justin Lopez. Another Lopez. Maybe they're brothers or triplets. Who knows? Number 14, Gerson Blaze.
Everybody knows somebody.
Yeah. Number 15, Ricardo Tavares. And we're just about to kick off, so let's see how it goes. We're underway. And, yep, that was the TCI kicking off against the DR. And the ball's gone dead, so it looks like it's going to be a 22 dropout. I don't know if we're live on it. On the TV.
So textbook kickoff from TCI there.
Yeah.
Setting up for a 22 dropout. We have Lincoln Oughton with the ball, sidestepping, weaving through, looking for an offload. He passes to Callis Jones, who takes it into contact, but he gets the offload as well. And we've got Henderson charging up for the TCI. We look to make an early impact. It's all about getting those first tackles in at this point.
Little scrum half CJ making a good one there. Getting
The
his first
DR
blood.
have turned it over. I think the ref's going to blow for a forward pass there. A knock on by the DR. It will be a scrum to TCI.
Yeah, so first scrum is going to be interesting. It's going to set up a bit of a theme for the match, so let's see how we go.
Yeah, there's some young lads in the TCI team who are quite heavy set. We've got Henderson and Tariq in the front row, who played amazing in the warm-up games versus Brown, so hopefully they're going to make an impact here with our old head, Sean O'Neill, in at tight head. Let's see how this plays out. The ball's gone in and it's DR's.
Good. CJ's trying to hassle there. That's a good play.
The ball's away to Blaze from the DR. He takes it in and gets the ruck set. And they got the big lad, number 5, who gets hit by Neil French. Number 5 from the DR, Jefferson Jimenez. Another crushing run from the DR, who looks set to make crushing runs all this game with their heavy bodies. The chip's over from the scrum half. Young CJ tries to make the catch and drops it.
Oh, yeah,
Luckily, the ref has pulled it back for a penalty to the Dominican Republic.
So it's going to be interesting to see how the wind plays a hand in this game.
Yeah, the conditions are hot and sweaty, but there is a breeze.
Yeah.
So the ball is going to move in the air. I'm not quite sure what he pulled the penalty for, though. Is it offside?
Maybe obstruction, perhaps. It looked like he got blocked after he kicked the ball, so I don't know. But they're looking to kick for the sideline here.
And the ball has gone in the air and it has
might come
moved
back
in the wind.
Oh. Yeah.
That just proves how the wind is going to affect this game today.
Got a referee, Justin Trudeau, leading things. Not sure of his previous experience, but well, his name's Justin anyway. I don't know about his surname.
Justin.
Sing us a song, Justin.
Sing us a song.
Okay, so it's a DR throw-in. And
Line up secured by the DR. Scrum half pings it out to the number 10, who is...
Oh, it's a good tackle by Alexander. So DR having to...
The scrum half looks to have knocked it on off
Yeah.
the back of that ruck.
Yeah, so
We'll come back for a scrum.
TCI putting a bit of a defensive shift in right now. The DR look like they're not doing anything too creative with the ball. They're just trucking it up with the forwards.
The DR are letting the TCI know that they are here to smash. And
Yeah.
could be a long day at the office for the front row. TCI scrum goes in, the ball's fed, and it's stolen by the DR, and it comes out the back.
It's good hassling there by CJ, the TCI scrum half. That's what he's good at.
Ref calls for a knock-on. Scrum to TCI.
Yeah, we could do, I could do it with a really cold Turk's head right now.
I could do it with a really cool Turk's Head right now. What's that new one they've got out?
Turk's
I
Head
Soon
light?
Reach.
Oh, I Soon Reach.
I
yeah.
Soon Reach.
Yeah.
The tastiest light beer on Ireland.
Mm.
TCI, motherfucker.
If only I had one in front of me, that'd be awesome. So TCI's put in right about now. Okay. It's a nice solid scrum. Out to Butler. Will probably look to... Oh, he's not going to kick. He switches to Montpremier. Montpremier trucking it up. Looking to set a nice secure ball for and we're putting it to the wing again. Oh, excellent work there by TCI, but his foot was just out in touch.
Fortunately, it's just stepped out by Davidson, so it'll be a line out to the DR.
That was really great hands. It was good to see the ball get all the way to the winger there.
Bit of live from TCI there.
Yeah. Just in our camera.
How do we show it?
Just so I've done it.
I want to show it. All right.
So the scores are currently 0-0. All the players been in the TCI half. They've been defending pretty nicely. So it's now a TCI put in at the scrum, and TCI going to try and clear their defensive lines one more time. Okay, to Butler. Butler has the ball. Does a dummy switch from Montpremier. Goes to looks like Paul McKenzie. Yeah. Goes to ground. And DR have stolen it. Oh. Great smash hit there.
Big hit there by Tariq. It's a wild offload by Rafael Dominguez with DR. It goes into touch.
Bundled out by Hendricks there.
Good defence from the TCI, but very strong attack from the DR. They look promising.
I think we can name and shame him on TV, can't we, Bob? Just asked one of our good friends, Joseph Ryan, for a beer, and he refused, so thank you very much, Joe.
Wikiwa.
TCI have won the line out. Nice pat back by Neil French. TCI still very much on the defence here. And Butler finally gets a boot on it, and with a bit of wind in TCI's favour, that's pretty good nudge. That's pretty much on halfway. So yeah, good to clear the defensive lines for TCI, and DR take a quick throw in. And oh no, ref says no. I think it was probably marked by Turks Caicos.
I can't help but feel that the kits are quite similar. We've got TCI playing in red, and we have the DR playing in a red and blue combo with a white cross in the centre.
I'm not sure there are many Caribbean countries that don't feature red and blue in their rugby kit, which is pretty annoying.
True.
I still advocate a pink flamingos one. But
yeah, I think a pink kit is due for the TCI.
Oh, and line out stolen by
it's messy.
LJ.
It's messy.
Is referee saying a knock on, or not straight? Not straight in the line out there, so it would be presumably a TCI throw in at the line out now.
Scrum.
Oh, yep, scrum.
I'm not sure who knocked it on. It looks like a scrum to TCI though.
Yeah. So just
another chance for TCI's young bloods to make an impact on this game.
This scrum is in fact sponsored by Grace Bay Resorts.
Correct.
Yeah.
Grace Bay Resorts. Happy hour 4 till 6 on Friday night. Be there, be square.
Yeah. Thanks very much to the Grace Bay Foundation for sponsoring this match. You'll see their trailer in the halftime show.
I'd really like to thank Grace Bay Resorts for really putting up a good show on Fridays.
I sound like one of those...
Making me wait 20 minutes for a drink.
Sound like one of those podcast things. Sponsored by Squarespace. No, I'm not sponsored by Squarespace.
Zip Recruiter. We'd like to also thank Zip Recruiter for getting free promo off this.
Okay, Caddis Simmons. Okay, that looks
so
like
out
a number
the scrum,
8
it comes out the back of its messy, sloppy hands, and it goes into touch. And we have a line out to...
Nope, it's a scrum.
Oh, we have another scrum.
It's almost like...
Slow break in play.
Yeah, it's almost like we're not really paying attention to this game, but we are, I promise.
To be honest, it looks devastatingly hot out there still. Even though we're playing at 4 p.m, it's probably 4:15.
I'm sweating just looking at it.
It looks hot. Tough conditions for the boys.
DR. Scrum.
Go on, Tom.
And they're flicking it down the back line nicely, out to the outside centres. And just knocked on by number 15 there.
Ricardo Tavares.
That's a shame. And referee's playing advantage.
TCI have the ball.
They're looking to ship it out into the hands. Neil French taking it into contact. Goes down. Lays it back. TCI still have the ball. Little CJ out to Butler. Misses one. Goes to Franco nicely.
Young Franco gets tackled. Presents the ball nicely. TCI still possession. They've picked it up and ran it in. And unfortunately,
that was much better by TCI there.
TCI have conceded a penalty. What for looks like flying into the ruck, I think. Maybe it was a high tackle. The ref seems to indicate a high tackle and a holding. Promising from TCI though, they're happy to flow it in the hands.
Yeah, the kick's pretty close to the touchline, so not sure how much distance he'll get on it.
Eddie Abreu with the kick to touch. Dominican Republic line out.
So yeah, just a DR line out just inside the Dominicans'
We
half.
have Jesus Robles about to throw in for the DR. I assume it's Jesus or Jesus. Either way, the guy's biblical.
You can ask him, you can almost touch him.
He's right in front of us. He looks well.
Got a nice blue scrum cap on. Sponsored by...
He must work out. Look at his cheeks.
What cheeks? Oh, great steal, great steal.
Steal from the TCI.
Falls to little CJ, and Sean O'Neill secures the ball. Out to Butler. Butler chooses to run it in, offloads it to Caddis.
Caddis has found a gap and it's opened up.
All 6'4" of him.
It's a wild pass.
This is Jed. This is
Jed.
one to watch.
This is our guy. This is our guy. Our very own angry man. Turks and Caicos present the ball. Butler kicks it over, chips over.
Oh, it's a great
Puts a
little
lot
nudge
of pressure on Tavares, who sidesteps and gets away.
He's past two.
Little offload to the supporting player.
The contact's made just outside the 22. TCI look to have the ball. Referee saying knock on.
Knock on by TCI, scrum DR. It's quite tasty face so far, don't you think, Tom?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's always the first 5 minutes is always quite a nervous affair. Lots of knock-ons.
Tough. It looks quite tough out there. It looks like the hits are big.
Yeah.
And it's going to come down to the small mistakes. I think that's going to clinch it.
It's definitely going to be a game of two halves. I think with the amount of wind that is coming, it's favouring TCI right now. Butler's already put in 2 decent kicks.
I feel like they're fairly matched.
So in the second half, it's going to be interesting.
DR come out with the scrum, and number 10 kicks it to LJ. Who's on his own.
Lincoln Alton doesn't get too far.
Offloads. And maybe
a
wild pass from CJ.
Well, I mean,
it's open play.
It is open play, but
so DR are actually in the right.
Pick up for DR on the half.
And the DR yet again truck it up off the first man. Route 1.
The wings
they
are
might
calling
look
for
to
it.
go wide.
The DR wings are calling for it. Are they going to get it? Just about bundled away.
Off Cavalier the third. Great tackle there. Is that Franco?
Yeah.
Cavalier the third again with a good run. The ball's at the back of the ruck. Where
And referee calls for crossing there. That was quite an obvious one, I have to say.
Penalties to TCI. The DR boys need to get back. They're not afraid of running it up. I feel like that's what we're going to get a lot of this game. Forwards running at backs.
Well, especially with the wind in their face, you know, they're not going to be kicking it. And Butler finds touch nicely, so that's... So a thirsty affair. There's just water bottles have just come on the pitch. I think in previous games we've agreed to have, you know, at least one mandatory water break during normal play. It's just too hot out there. So line out to TCI. It looks like, and TCI just about got it, but DR have won it back. And he's taking about 5 men to pull him down. That guy. So nice little handoff there by the DR.
Strong
Number
running
7.
again. Carpio. Strong runner. Likes a handoff, runs up right though.
So
If the TCI can get below the knee, they can take him down, but everyone's trying to tackle a bit high at the minute. A lot of chest getting thrown around the game.
So it's a DR penalty.
I feel like the DR are in control at the minute. It's been in the TCI half since we have started. And it's the number 10, Eddie Abreu, who will kick to touch for the DR. Who finds it immediately.
It's not the best kick in the world,
by
is
kicking it about 2 meters in front of him.
Yeah.
Fair enough. This DR side have got a bit of spunk about them. They're not here to get mulled over.
What have they got about them?
Bit of spunk about them.
What?
Spunk.
Oh, okay. It's an interesting use of words.
Apparently, it's Old English.
Yeah, it is one of those old words, isn't it?
But I'm young English, unfortunately.
So you're not allowed to use it.
No, you're right. Line out goes in. TCI
great
steal.
Great steal and great pick-up. He did well not to knock it on. Goes to Butler. Ships it
TCI
to
look
Trevor.
flat, but they have got the ball, and Franco's got the move. Jed's got his fucking head down. I should stop swearing. Sorry for the children watching.
So Jed is playing outside centre for TCI at the
Henderson
moment.
trucks it up. And the referee calls.
High tackle against the DR there, so penalty Turks and Caicos. Butler is in possession of the ball. Looks like he's going to kick.
And the boys about to get drunk now. Beers come.
We're not even sponsored by Turks Head.
Sponsored by Turks Head, Isoon Reach, and Presidente.
We're not Presidente can send us money if they want to.
Oh, we've got an injury here. Is that Henderson's down with a shoulder injury? Fraser's on the pitch, the physio. That would be a big blow.
That's Alexander, isn't it?
Yeah, Alexander Henderson.
No.
I think that would be a big blow to TCI because the front row substitutes are Bendy, who is predominantly a loose head, but he might have to come on tight head.
How much does that affect it, do you think, Bobby? Having a loose head playing tight head?
It depends on how many more scrums we have because the DR guys have an equal scrum to the TCI boys, but we can't be giving away players. It might affect the line out more than the actual scrum, to be honest.
Okay.
Because we have a lifter off the pitch and Bendy's not a natural lifter. So. But fingers crossed, Henderson is up. I think he's going to play on.
Yeah. So let's just talk a little bit about Jed. I feel like Jed, after number 13, he's either going to get yellow carded or man of the match.
So Jed played in the warm-up games, and he is a young, promising player, and he had a stormer against Brown's University. The guy's an animal. He got the ball in his own 22, trucked it up to full pace.
Bit someone's ear off at the same time.
Pretty much bit someone's ear off. He got the full rage, screamed out loud, and burst through 2 guys who bounced off him. So we've got high hopes for a bit more of the same today.
And Sean O'Neill's to throw in at the TCI line out. And it's won by TCI. Paul McKenzie.
Paul finds a bit of space.
Run forward. Gets past 1, gets past 2. Oh, he just drops the ball. Is that a knock-on?
The
referee
is
hasn't
playing
seen it.
on.
So
TCI at the 5-metre line.
this is
Goes
exciting.
out to Butler, who puts it off the foot.
Is he going to get there? No. Oh, that's a shame. That was looking really threatening there.
I think it's gone out for a line out to the DR on the 5-metre line.
Great attack
Really
there.
good gap from Paul there.
Yep.
He seemed to find some space. The DR defence looks solid, but I guess there must have been a gap there.
I think they're quite. They put a lot of numbers in at the breakdown and don't have many leaving out for defending the rest of the line. So
that's good news for the TCI because there's guys on the precipice of the line, really ready to break it. The first sign of weakness we've seen from the Dominican Republic, and the first sign of strength we've seen from TCI.
And DR
the throw
DR
is
win the throw.
Long. The ref's going to pull that back for a not straight throw, and we have a scrum to TCI.
I guess with the wind, it's pretty hard to throw straight, right? Bobby just says, "Hey, we're on TV."
Hey, we're on TV, guys. If you're watching the TV, we're going to wave at the bottom of the screen. There we are. Yours truly.
It's almost like he's never done a TV show before.
I hope my mum's watching. I tried to make sure she's watching on Facebook.
Okay, so we've got 2 players down on the pitch at the moment. Both of them look like TCI players. sadly.
It's
One's
hot. It's
perhaps
hot out there.
Paul McKenzie, and the other one looks like Trevor. So
Oh,
they don't seem to be writhing around in too much pain, but they haven't got
If
up
Trevor
there.
goes off, that would be a big blow. I don't think we have a strong second row replacement.
Got Nick Hyde.
Who carries his own weight, but Trevor's about 2 foot taller than him.
2 foot taller and 200 pounds heavier.
A rest for the game.
Yeah, just a little pause and play here. I think obviously this is a RAN-sanctioned match.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, we play in a circuit of other Caribbean countries and try and battle our way to the top of the table out of all of the countries.
I think we're in the we're in the group with the British Virgin Islands, the Dominican Republic, and the TCI.
It's just us three, right?
I think it's just us three, and then if one of us, whoever wins, we get the opportunity to play for promotion. So we don't get promotion by winning, but we get the opportunity to play another group for promotion. I think the other group's got Curacao in it, and the other
Mexico,
nearby places.
I think,
Mexico, hopefully not, because Mexico are damn near
TCI with Caddis Simmons running forward. So that looks like TCI stole
we have
the
a
scrum.
soft try. Off the line out, we have little CJ offloading to what looks to be LJ, who has gone down in the corner. TCI 5, Dominican Republic 0.
With the conversion to come. That came quicker than I didn't even notice it happen.
It's a damaging blow for the DR for all their hard work in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Or the first 20.
This is Harry Turbyfield just going for a jog around the pitch here.
Our very own Harry Turbyfield, who's not jogged in about 20 years, is actually jogging. And
give us a wave, Harry. No. Okay. So Gareth Butler taking the kick. There's a strong crosswind, so he's going to probably try and hook it as much left as he.
He's on the 5 metre line. It's a long kick. It's as long as they get. Steps up.
Has it got the legs?
It looks good.
Fantastic kick.
Very good kick from Gareth Butler. Well played, son.
7 points to 0.
7-0 to TCI. And our tent's about to blow away.
Yeah. Just as Butler slotted that over, a massive gust of wind came and almost ripped our tent off. So you can probably see it. You can probably see it. So it'll be a DR restart. Again, into the wind, so he's probably not going to want to kick the ball too high. Don't sweat yourself, Simon. There's a bit of confusion going on. The score is 7-0 if you've just joined us. It's 7-0 to TCI. There's a bit of confusion at the kickoff. Is it a substitute? It looks like a substitute's coming on. That's Bendy Francis that's come on for Henderson Alexander. And DR kickoff long. It's a surprisingly long kick. And it falls to Lincoln Oughton, who gives it to Butler. Butler clears the line with the boots. And that's another great kick by Butler. It's out on the halfway. Cleared it from nearly his own try line. So you can see how much the wind's playing into TCI's hands right now. Let's see if we can get a straight throw in for once at the line out. TCI have won quite a few against the head, so maybe they'll look to do the same again here.
Unfortunately, I'm in the sun here. I'm getting a bit sunburnt, Tom.
Oh. I'm currently being heckled for wearing a waistcoat. I have to say I invented it before Gareth Southgate.
I don't really appreciate the TCI fans giving us grief because we put in a lot of our free time to make this happen.
Simon Nichols.
Simon Nichols in particular giving us Pierre grief, who is incidentally my boss.
Let's not mention the company name.
Let's not mention the company name because I'm not paying.
So after a little bit of confusion, I'm not sure what quite happened at the line out. It may have been knocked on. but it's a TCI scrum. TCI scrum. CJ puts in, easily won. So at the back, CJ out to Butler. What's Butler going to do? Butler gets it back, gives it to Paul McKenzie, who just hangs on to it, and it's spilled out via the DR's hands. And the referee has adjudged that to be a knock-on by TCI, so it'll be a scrum put into the DR. That was a nice little move by TCI there. It was one from the training ground.
Coast Architects are incidentally club sponsors, and if you ever need any architecture doing, maybe a house, speak to Coast Architects. Call me.
Other options are available.
Other options are available, but ill-advised. Okay, we have a scrum to the DR. Currently 7-0 to the TCI.
That number 8 at the back is very high.
We're currently in the TCI half on the 10 line. Scrum half passes it out to the 10. Who mispasses to the 12. He spins it out to 15. He finds himself with some space. Who offloads to the winger. He's going to make it the whole way.
Is he going to score?
DR have got themselves down the corner. I think that is
Gerson try to Dominican Republic.
I think that's Gerson Blaze who's touched that down. That was a really strong move from the DR, actually. That looked straight off the training pitch.
Yep.
That looked.
It's down the line, down the hands. They're not very deep. But they didn't really need it. And I think TCI were caught short on the wing there. They just didn't have the numbers to cover.
So we got 7-5. Kick to come.
With, again, keep saying about the wind, but it is making a lot of difference. It's right against his kicking right into the wind here. So he's going to need a big boot on it. But DR pulling it back to 7 points to 5 for the conversion to come. It looks like they've got their long-range kicker in. Because
again, another big kick
Tavares
from the touchline.
He's done this sort of kick before. He's balanced the ball perfectly on the tee. He's going to try and really put his boot through the bottom of the ball. That's how you get some length on it. And he goes for the kick. It's up. Nope. And it's wide. Probably didn't have the legs on it anyway. So the score remains 7 points to TCI, 5 points to the DR.
And we come back for the kickoff. Gareth Butler kicks off deep to the DR. Eric Arias takes it in, and the DR secure. Scrum half mispasses to the fly half. He trucks it up. There's 3 TCI boys on that guy. That's too many people in that ruck. DR need to get out of here, but they spin it wide. There's a sidestep and a tackle by Caddis. TCI appeared to have turned it over, but the ref has pulled it up for hands in the ruck, so that will be a penalty.
The DR really let the referee know about that, didn't they? They all shouted in his face. So.
They are very vocal, Tommy.
That could upset them later in the game. And a handoff there, and a
DR
throw.
Do not choose to kick and choose to run. And the prop takes it in and offloads.
They've clearly got a decent
loosely.
kicker. I'm not sure why they're not kicking
They found space, though.
Oh, and DR away.
I think he's found touch. Oh,
that's probably why the DCI players stopped running after him.
The second row finds a bit of space down the wing, but unfortunately he steps out to the look of the TCI.
Numbers of...
Yeah, so they're on the deck somewhere. Are you going to do it?
So it's a line out to the TCI. Sean O'Neill's going to throw in. The ref calls it straight. It's out to Butler. Franco gets it in the middle. Spins. Takes it into contact. The ruck is formed. Little CJ comes in. Butler. And there's space now.
Take it in, Davison.
The ball goes back a step. Davidson
Oh,
finds
Davidson
himself
does
some
very
space.
well. Davidson's off. He's off and he gets charged down.
He gets tackled on the DR 22. And the ruck is set up for TCI. The backs are lined up a bit flat. But there's a forwards pod outside of the 10. Trevor takes it in and takes it down. Tarico's waiting outside Butler. If Butler can get it to Tarico, it's Crunch City. Very good structured play from the TCI here.
Trying to find a hole.
We're trying not to be biased, but oh, the ref appears to have blown for a penalty for offside. TCI will have a kickable penalty. Will they choose to kick it? They should. I'm not quite sure if they're going to call it yet. The forwards are lined up. They have chosen to kick, so TCI will kick for goal. Great run from Davidson. Davidson! Yeah, boy. Good that. Bit of space, son. Uncle Blair's on the pitch bringing in the cone. I don't know if many of you know Uncle Blair, but if you don't, you soon will. Gareth Butler's setting up for the tee. This would take TCI to 10 points to the DR's 5. The wind is with him. And he tees up. The ball's in the air. He's gone left. It's hit the post. So that will be nil points for TCI, who set up for a 22 to the DR. Unfortunate, the wind is strong out here. The conditions aren't too favourable from a kicking perspective. I'm getting sunburnt. It's hot out here. To be honest, I've been left here alone now. But the DR have kicked out their 22 to Gareth Butler, who offloads to Hendricks, who finds himself some space. Goose steps and gets crunched, but he gets the offload out to Cadiz, who secures it and takes it into contact. It is held up though, and they will maul it, and the maul has gone down. TCI find it out in the back's a bit sloppy, it's on the floor, and the DR are up quick all over it. Sloppy play from the TCI. No, they missed the kick.
So there was a penalty kick there for TCI, which was missed.
Hit the post, yeah.
So the score remains 7 points to 5.
7-5.
Do with another beer there. Get Lucy on the case.
Get a sniper then. I heard the moment it's so windy that they blow off, so we need nails at the bottom.
Yeah, so you'd leave it then, I think.
Do what you can, pal. Hey,
Too fun.
any chance of some... Seriously?
Yeah, two. Thanks.
Whatever.
Turks, out the,
Just
out
ordering
the tap.
beers from our young fans, TCI rugby fans, who play on the Kids League, are currently supplying us with our alcohol today. DR on the 5 have kicked a penalty and take it out to their centre.
They've got numbers on the right
Justine
here. If they want to
Lopez.
score, if he just whips it out, they're in. And TCI have now covered it and taken it
The
down.
DR have a ruck on our TCI 5. Number 8's coming in to pick up. They do have space on the wing for a truck, but they're all centred underneath the post. Big lad, number 3, Cesar Maria, trucks it up,
Just inches
gets
short. Of the
short.
line now. Inches short. The referee has deemed that a try.
Was they called out a try?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Well,
So DR take the
I
lead.
think that was Cesar Maria, number 3 for the DR, trucking over and getting a try. It looked a bit sloppy, a bit messy, but the ref has called it a try. So that will be 10-7 to the DR, kick pending. Good bit of play from the DR, actually. They've been pressing for about 10 minutes. TCI need to pull the socks up. There's a few gaps.
It's a dreadful kick there, unfortunately, for the DR. He looks pretty disappointed with himself.
For all those watching at home, the score is currently 10-7 to the DR, pending the kick.
Yeah. Okay, great. Thanks.
Did he get it?
No, it was a dreadful attempt.
Horrible attempt by the kicker. He has missed the kick. It is 10-7. 10-7 DR.
So,
And we have our
TCI
number one
find themselves
fans.
behind.
Number one fans are walking past. Private.
And TCI will restart. Butler with the ball in hands. Looks to kick left, and he does.
It's a short
and
kick.
It's a good
TCI looking to retain it.
12-metre kick.
Slap back by LJ. DR, slap it back. And that's a high tackle from
high
LJ.
tackle.
It's a
Advantage played.
seatbelt tackle. Advantage is being played. Number 10.
Jimenez, I think. Number
Is it
10.
Alvarez?
Oh no, Abreu.
Abreu, number 10, reclaims the ball really well.
Referee comes back for the advantage. There's a high tackle
No,
by
this is
Outen. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a yellow that got brandished here.
So TCI tried to reclaim the ball off the kickoff by kicking it short. Incidentally, slapped it around a bit with the DR, and have now got themselves penalised for a high tackle.
And the ref is having a stern talking to Lincoln
For
Outen
those who
for a high tackle.
don't know, a high tackle is deemed as an arm over the shoulder in this modern age, and it was a seatbelt tackle by LJ.
Yeah,
that
in
is
recent
not
years
allowed.
they've really started clamping down on this. So as soon as the referee sees
It's
one
a hot
early
topic.
in
It's
the game,
fair. It's fair.
then
Makes things simple, but DR have chosen to scrum in their own 10.
obviously feel that ball in hand is better than.
I incidentally have massive FOMO watching this game. I am itching to get out there.
It's not all about you, Bob. It's not all about you.
I know. I wish it was though. How many views we got? How many people are watching right now?
20,000.
Who are we talking to? Let me just check on the
And
feed.
DR put in, and they win the scrum comfortably. Number 8 pickup. Goes to the 10 again, and he does a lovely little dummy. CJ almost taking him out into touch.
Played on. Davidson
Yep,
finds himself some space, offloads.
That's a great offload
Paul,
by Davidson.
who finds himself some space and goes over the 10.
It's Franco on the ball.
It's Franco.
Franco offloads.
No, too many offloads from the TCI. Too
And
many
it's gone
offloads.
scrappy all of a sudden.
Too many offloads from the TCI. They had a great...
They overplayed their hand, you could say. But it was a great steal by Davidson, great run.
That was actually really good play.
It was. There was about 5 passes.
But
that
they always do that. They always do that one too many.
Yeah.
Right?
And the referee saying knock on. I think he was conferring with the assistant ref there.
One
for a
too
sec.
many knock-ons for the TCI. But that was the liveliest bit of play I think we've seen.
Well done, Davidson. Just a bit of words of encouragement there.
If you're watching, feel free to comment on the Facebook page and we will give you a shout-out.
Hashtag tag talk.
Hashtag tag talk. We will give you a comment.
And a free chocolate bar.
And a free chocolate bar.
Okay, number 8 pickup. Exactly what happened last time. Goes to the 10. He decides to switch the play. A nice long looping pass. And it goes out into the back line. Taking forward down the wing. And they've got some speedsters there.
DR is spinning it wide in their own half here. I can't help but feel that they need to truck it up a few times, set up a bit of play. That was a bit too wild. They've got away with it, though, because they've got the penalty, which they're going to kick and go.
He's tapped and gone quickly.
I think they're not
TCI
kicking. I think they're not kicking because the wind's against them. So the DR have possession. They are trucking it up past the TCI 10. They're looking on the 22. Big tackles coming in, big runs coming in. DR scrum half secures. He's out to the 15. 1 to 12. Out to the wing.
Davidson's having to
who
defend
meets
2 players
Davidson's massive chest full on.
there. Not before he gets to the bicep. Oh, it's a massively long pass, which is just spilled forward by quite a bit of clumsy hands there by number 1.
To be honest, it's a bit too wild.
Raul Cifuentes.
I think the DR actually need to rein it in a little bit and start trucking it up because they've got the bodies, they've got the mass to actually set up some play. They're trying to do champagne rugby and trying to win it. Like they've just kicked the penalty now. Look at them trying to run it through. They're probably...
It's spilled forward again. How is that not a knock-on?
No.
Referee's called it. Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean.
They're trying a bit too much. It's not about being a hero. It's about getting together as a team, trucking it up, and working the plays that you train on the pitch.
And what they did in the first 10 minutes, which was trucking it up with the big boys.
Take your time.
Yeah.
Everyone's got all day for watch this. You don't have to score right now. But the TCI are on their goal line. DR have a penalty which they look to run on the 5.
And they throw it a wild
it out
pass.
to number 12. Cavalier the 3rd.
Oh.
He gets well tackled by Lincoln Alton. TCI have some.
Oh, here we go.
And Caddis is fast as space.
3-on-0.
Caddis is stretched.
Hand out, give it off, yeah.
Davidson finds some
through.
space.
Has he got the legs? He's running for the corner. Is he going to make it?
No!
And he just gets tackled out into touch.
He's knocked it on, I think.
Not before he was out into touch.
I think he dropped it first.
And he's down on the ground hurt, which is a sad thing
To be honest,
see
that
after
was an
such a-
over-shoulder tackle. That's what he gave penalties for before, the over-shoulder. That was an over-shoulder tackle. In my opinion, that should be a penalty to the TCI. He gave the one before for Lincoln going over the shoulder. That was over the shoulder.
Yeah.
Prevented the try, but it was...
It looks like he's having
illegal.
talking to the players. So.
That should be a penalty to the TCI. No, but he called a penalty before for shoulder strap in a tackle on Lincoln. Okay. That was
So we're just having a few minutes out here waiting for the physio to assess Davidson Martin. He's had a bit of trouble with injuries recently, so it's probably a historic thing that's happening.
Yeah. Davidson.
And it's nice to see Davidson's up and about and walking after that long run. He's probably pretty knackered. I mean, for me, that was pretty bad play from the DR. They were completely one-sided during that. They had no players to defend turnover, and TCI had 3 players and a whole pitch in front of them. So I think lessons to be learned there for the DR, but it looks like it's probably a DR scrum. Oh, no, it's a TCI scrum, and we're 5 metres back from the DR try line. So here we go. Number 8 picks up. Caddis Simmons gets smashed in a tackle. CJ out to Franco, tries to dummy but gets smothered, and he manages to wriggle free, and he's over the line.
Is the ref going to give it?
He's over the line for a
called for a scrum.
The DR are looking jubilant, so probably a scrum, which is a shame because Franco got up looking like he'd scored.
The ref's gone to his ears.
And LJ sitting down in protest. I'm not sure what that's going to do.
No,
get
it's
up, LJ.
Scrum 5 to TCI, advantage to TCI. Score is still 10-7 to the DR. TCI on the 5 metre line, scrum pending.
Oh, there's plenty of scores to talk about at least. So, interesting to see whether TCI, how well they defend this scrum here. And scrambled away, and it's a short kick. Almost shorter than that awful one on the other side. So
safe from the DR though. Solid scrum. And that's
half
half
time. So that is very unfortunate for TCI not to get that tackle then. LJ looks like he's remonstrating Franco scoring, but to no avail. We had 3 beers on the go, Bob. Got a little pet flamingo here, ready to go. So, interesting half. What do you think?
To be honest, strong half from the DR. The points have come from minor slip-ups, I feel, but they've looked solid. They've spent most of the time in the TCI half. And I don't think they deserve to actually be behind. I think the TCI have been a bit bitty. They have played really well though. The TCI opened up a few times when they had the ball in hand. Davidson in particular making some seriously great breaks, but it's a bit bitty, to be honest.
Yeah. They just need to calm it down a bit, and just hopefully the second half we'll be able to make a bit more magic. But here's our little mascot.
No, but it has been.
Flamingo. Has he got a name? Doesn't have a name.
Flamingo. No, it has been a good game in terms of contest, scrums, lineouts, the tackle, the breakdown area has been very level, and they are both competing at a very high level, which is good for everyone watching because it's an interesting game to watch.
Okay, standout player of the half.
But the two tries that TCI scored, one was a breakaway and one was a mistake from the DR. The one try that DR scored, or the two tries DR scored even, so the other way around, were also mistakes, little lapses in communication, maybe a bit of fitness showing in the heat.
Mm-hmm. So who's your standout player from this half?
To be honest, I think the Dominican number 14, Gerson Blaze, has made a significant amount of carries, and Ulysses Cavalier III, which is an incredible name, he's been very active and has caused some trouble.
Yeah.
For TCI though, little CJ has made some significant tackles.
And he's hassled constantly.
Davidson's made a good few breaks. And the pack are still together. I mean, there's a few worries when they go down, injury-wise. Hopefully no one is going to get injured, but people are starting to look a bit tired. It's going to come down to who's more tired at the end of the day, because it is hot out here. It is 4 p.m, it's 4:30, 5 o'clock, and it is roasting. It's hot.
Yeah, so I think for me, standout player was Davison Martin. He's often doesn't get enough of the ball, but you know what's been really encouraging about this half is that TCI have managed to ship the ball out to the wing, and we've seen some serious gains down that side. And he's kind of harbouring a bit of an injury as well, so I think he's done exceptionally well. One player I'd love to see a bit more in the second half is Jed. I think he can make a big impact.
He's had a quiet game so far, but I think they're purposefully attacking him. They've shut him down. As soon as he got the ball, he got shut down.
They know what he can do.
I want TCI to not chuck the ball around as much in the second half. They are great for the first two phases at chucking it out. But like we've seen a few times, we had the penalties, we had loss of possession in their half. Yeah. By doing that 4 or 5 phases of chucking it around, just got to take the game, get it to ground, and set it up, and reshape yourself.
Work the way up the pitch. It's all right. Our name's the wrong way around, actually. Oh, they're gone now. But yeah, this is
bloody hell.
Yeah, I think you all
As
just
you can
missed.
see, the wind's quite an effect.
You just missed Bobby spilling his beer there.
Oh,
Spillage sponsored by Turk's Head.
Spillage sponsored by Turk's Head. I soon reach. Coming to you.
I soon reach all over your lap. Is what's gone. All right. So
there's quite a good crowd here. A nice event.
Yeah.
Hopefully, lots of money made for our youth players.
Yep.
And
so again, thanks very much to our sponsors, Grace Bay Resorts Foundation. We've got Meridian Finance Group, who do a lot for the rugby club. BCQS, of course, the agency real estate. We've got Fairways Golf. Very good place to have brunch, lunch.
Coast Architects. Drawing needs.
Probably they're not an official sponsor.
They are an official sponsor.
Not a match day sponsor, anyway. Get your facts right. And the Department for Sports, Turks and Caicos Department
Brought
for Sports.
to you by your very own Tackle and Balls. We're back on the TV. I know you're happy to see this.
Every week.
We're going to try and get PTV to give us a studio so we can keep doing Tag Talk. They're currently not playing ball, but we're going to get them on go.
Hashtag bring it back.
Exactly. Hashtag bring it back.
Oh,
if we get 100 signatures, they'll let us do it for free. That's what they said.
Yeah, it's like one of these petitions.
They're looking at us now with very, very angry looks.
It's like the Ricky Gervais Oscar speech. It's told off by his sponsors.
So, second half.
Predictions?
10-7 to TCI. I think that's a lucky result for the TCI. I feel like they deserve to be a little bit behind, but the conditions...
I'm not sure. Very sure. Just nearly scored in their last second there.
To be honest, I think DR looks slightly a better team, but when the DR crumble, they really do fall apart.
Yeah.
Where the TCI's little crumble did leak a few tries, but there's still some structure there. It is going to come down to those minor lapses.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking for the second half, I'm thinking about a 21-18 win for the TCI. I actually think the kicks are going to win it. Gareth
trouble
did
is
amazing to get those kicks.
Yeah, but the
over.
trouble is now TCI going into the wind, so it's going to be.
But they haven't
a
got
lot
the
harder.
sun, so maybe they'll use that to their advantage. Maybe a few high balls.
And the last couple of days, the wind's calmed down in the evenings, so
Good kiting weather.
very good kiting weather.
Good kiting weather.
Sponsored by Cabrina. Give me a free kite.
Cabrina, give us a free kite.
Uh,
Hashtag free kites for life.
Yeah, so, yeah, second half, all to play for. I have to say, DR for me have slightly got the edge, so it's going to be up to our boys to put it back.
I think they've got it in him. I think they're playing really well. They're a young side, and they're relatively new in terms of playing together. And I think they can do it. They're 10-7 up. Not necessarily the strongest side, but they've got the most structure.
Yeah, we'll have to keep those penalties down
It's
to a
going to be
minimum.
close, though. I can't see anyone running away with it at this point.
The Dominican kicker isn't looking too confident, which is good for TCI.
Maybe that was just the wind, because they
Yeah.
took all the penalties out of hand, right? And
Yeah.
so...
Cool. All right, so
No.
we're about to kick off once again, but before we do so, this is just a few. Oh, there goes my bear cup. That's how windy it is.
That's how windy it is.
Here's a few messages from our sponsors briefly.
From our sponsors.
Provo Golf Club is where the highest standards of golf are provided in a warm, inviting and friendly atmosphere. Facilities include a warm-up driving net and chipping and putting practice areas. Test the best that Titleist has to offer in their rental clubs and the GPS-enabled golf buggies. The Pro Shop is stocked with brand-name goods, and the fantastic views are best seen from Fairways Bar and Grill and the expansive patio overlooking the 18th hole. Fairways is open for breakfast, lunch and offers a renowned Sunday brunch. Children 15 and under play free with a fee-paying adult, and during the summer, Provo Golf Club is offering great value packages. Residents playing after 4 p.m. will also get a $20 food and beverage voucher for Fairways. Call us or book your tee time online today.
Big goals take big energy. It takes all your effort. You gotta work for it. It won't be easy. It takes effort. If you don't believe in your heart, you'll always hold back your true potential. If you care about success more than anything else, I promise you this, at some point you will be successful.
Betty K Shipping Line, serving the Bahamas for over 95 years, are proud to introduce regular weekly services into Providenciales. Our warehouse in Miami is open to receive FCL 5 days a week and LCL 7 days a week. We also do secure box. Tired of waiting for your cargo to sail? Call us today at 649-941-3544 or email us at tthirtle@bettyk.com. Provo Shipping Agency, agents for Betty K. Make your shipping living hassle-free.
Big goals take big energy. It takes all your effort. You gotta work for it. It won't be easy. It takes effort. If you don't believe in your heart, you'll always hold back your true potential. If you care about success more than anything else, I promise you this, at some point you will be successful.